Isn't that amazing? A place I haven't been.
Okay, anytime.
Anytime, okay. Well, Kevin, first of all, it's just a real pleasure to meet you, and I really enjoyed this film.
Thank you.
Fun film, a lot of laughs. It is a romantic comedy, he said, she said. But would you agree that the male-female competition is a major issue today?
Uh, you know, the battle of the sexes, I mean, has been an issue for years and years and years. Um, and I think that because men and women are different, thank God, it'll always be uh, good material to make movies and write books and sing songs and, you know.
I know how you and Elizabeth both enjoy working on the stage, and I was just thinking, walking down here to do this, just as an afterthought, how you could do this theme again if you both did Shakespeare's Kiss Me, Kate.
Yeah.
It's basically the same
Taming the
idea.
Shrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you agree this could have been done on it has a look of a 40s and the feel of an old 40s romance film, that this could have been done on a back lot, and why do it in Baltimore?
Well, you know, I think that there is a certain look that maybe is tough to get really specific about, but there is something about being in Baltimore that really captured a feel of a small town that you would only be trying to duplicate or imitate on a back lot. And there's just this kind of texture to being on location, and it also gets into the blood and into the feel of everyone who works on the film, the players and the directors and stuff. I mean, I personally can't stand working on sound stages and on the back lot. Now, we did do some soundstage work on He Said, She Said, but there was in a soundstage in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I don't live in LA, so to me it's very nice to get out of town, and Baltimore is a lot closer to my home than LA is.
Which is New York, right?
New York, Connecticut.
New York, Connecticut, yeah. About your character, Dan, I had a feeling that a lot of young single guys are going to relate to the frustrations of that permanent commitment. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something that a lot of young guys go through. But I think hopefully they'll relate to the idea that he does eventually kind of turn around and is able to, you know, realize that, you know, it may be commitment that he's afraid of, but that the fact that he loves this girl is a much more profound issue than whether or not he can, you know, stay with her.
Did you get a kick out of that 40s feel, you know, with the martinis and the old Spencer Tracy or Cary Grant?
Well, I'll tell you, we never really sought out to make a film that harkened back to those movies. Those movies are, however, a tremendous source of inspiration for me as an actor and as a performer, and I only kind of aspire to be as good as those guys were. So the fact that there's comparisons being made is really exciting to me. It wasn't until I saw the film that I realized, yeah, this really does kind of harken back to, you know, Tracy Hepburn and, you know, and Cary Grant and then the Thin Man series and all those films. I think a lot of it is Elizabeth, who has that very kind of old movie star feel, you know.
And you do too.
Well, I think that it's kind of like we just kind of got lucky, and I can't tell you how many times in Hollywood I've heard people talk about, let's redo that, let's do another great screwball comedy, let's, you know, let's make a movie like The Great Old Man. And a lot of times it's not very successful, and I'm really happy that this time it is, even in spite of ourselves.
I think so, yeah. Did you realize that your career and Elizabeth's career parallel each other somewhat?
Yeah, I do realize that, and I mean, in a way, that's part of why I was really excited about doing the picture, because she's the kind of actress that I really like to work with. I mean, because we are similar, and our acting styles, if not our careers, have a kind of similar nature, I think.
You know, just reading your biography, Kevin, it just says, you know, you were in New York at 17 in the Circle of the Square Theater, the youngest actor ever to join that theater group. Was there ever a starvation time or a struggling time for Kevin Bacon?
Well, that was the time. Yeah, I mean, I had many years of lean times. I mean, I don't look back on those times with any kind of sadness, though, because it was, you know, I didn't know any better. You know, I didn't know what it was like to have money, so it was a great time for me. I lived very hand to mouth. I lived in a small, you know, dinky apartment. I was a waiter for 4 years.
Thanks for giving us a great release and a lot of laughs, and he said, she said.
Thank you.
Thank you.